Good morning and welcome to another edition of MLMS Talk in the Morning. Please stand for the pledge.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please sit.
I'm Allison Florizano.
And I'm Justin Alcaraz.
Today is Friday, October 14, 2016. The quote of the week is, "Failure to prepare is preparing to fail."
By John Wooden.
It's better to prepare before failing.
Because you can practice or study something you want to succeed at.
If you do this, then you won't fail as often. This day in history. On this day, in 1947, the U.S. Air Force Captain Chuck Yeager became the first person to fly faster than the speed of sound.
Chuck Yeager was born in Mira, West Virginia in 1923.
He was a combat fighter during World War II and flew 64 missions over France.
After the war, he was chosen to be the test pilot for the experimental X-1 rocket plane by the Bell Aircraft Company to explore the possibility of supersonic flight.
Remember, there is tutoring on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays after school.
Yeah, if you're struggling to keep up your grades, go to after-school tutoring.
You need to keep up your grades for when the progress reports get here.
So keep up the good work.
When are those progress reports coming out again?
Less than 3 weeks.
Less than 3 weeks.
Last minute announcements with Miss Eccles.
Well, I'm glad that you guys told me when the progress reports are coming out. That means I better keep up with my grades as well, as better all of you students out there.
November 2nd, Ms. Eccles.
November 2nd. Guess what, everybody? That's the day before my birthday.
Woohoo!
Yay! Mr. Schumacher asked me to come back in today to share the results of the statewide student mock election. If you remember our election on Tuesday, it wasn't just about our school. I actually submitted our results to the state, which is the Secretary of State, and that's who runs the elections for the state of California, and they then shared the results of all the student elections across the state. So they're very similar to what we did here at Mira Loma. 58.55% of the students statewide voted for Hillary Clinton and Tim Kaine, and there were over 160,000 votes cast for this race. For United States Senator, the students took Loretta Sanchez at 58.57%. For the state ballot measures, Proposition 51, and again, that was the school bond measure, 77.79% of students said yes. On Proposition 54, the legislative proceedings with regards to legislative transparency, 57.66% said yes, and that was the only one that was different from how you guys voted here at Mira Loma. Proposition 55, 62.98% said yes to a tax extension for school funding. Proposition 56, the cigarette tax, 74.64% of the students said yes. Proposition 58, which is multilingual education, students said yes at 73.36%. Proposition 59, referendum regarding overturning legislative spending, corporate spending in the politics, I should say. It was 54.24%, so that was pretty close. And then finally, Proposition 67, the ban on single-use plastic bags, 56% of the students statewide said yes on that. Remember, the actual election takes place on November 8th, which is just 3.5 weeks away. So you will be seeing lots and lots of political commercials. Hopefully, a lot of you learned about these different propositions. As for us, I still have 10 more to learn about because there are 17 on the ballot this year. Plus, we all have congressional races, assembly races, state senate races, local school boards, local school bonds. So we all adults here still have a lot to learn. So thank you to everybody again for taking part in the political process. And that's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. Eccles. Take us out of here on this Friday.
Well, that's it for this edition of MLMS Talk in the Morning. I'm a pilot.
And I'm a plane.
And have an Air Force Friday. And don't forget to
ride!